I'm Briana.
I'm Kate.
I'm Olivia.
And today at Storytime with the Bookmobile, we're talking about kindness. So, how does it make you guys feel when people are kind to you?
Well, when people are kind to me, it makes me feel good and happy.
Yeah.
When people are kind to me, it makes me feel really special and loved.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. It's really nice when people do things that are nice for you because they're being kind. So today we're making a chain of kindness, which you can see on the table. And we're reading The Smallest Girl in the Smallest Grade, which Olivia is going to read for you later. And you guys are going to learn a really great way to be kind to people. It's jokes from me. So to get started, we thought we would sing a new version of If You're Happy and You Know It, except it's If You're Kind and You Know It. So,
Sounds good.
yeah. If you're kind and you know it, help a friend. If you're kind and you know it, help a friend. If you're kind and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're kind and you know it, help a friend. If you're kind and you know it, give a hug. If you're kind and you know it, give a hug. If you're kind and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're kind and you know it, give a hug. That was awesome.
I really like that version.
Yeah. Do you guys want to hear some jokes that maybe if someone doesn't feel really great or, you know, they're having a bad day, might be a good way to cheer them up, and it's a new way to be kind.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. So do you guys think you could use some cheering up?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
So, all right, my first one is, what's the only kind of dog that never bites?
I have no
I don't
idea.
know.
It's a hot dog.
I love hot dogs.
Yeah. All right, and this one's a riddle. So it's, what's something that even when you give it to someone, you have to keep it?
Tissues.
No, it's a promise.
You're right, that was not a good guess.
All right, so today we're making a chain of kindness, and we have an example here. So all it is strips of paper cut up with little acts of kindness written on it. So for example, the first one says, I gave my book to my sister. That's a pretty kind thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So to get started, all you need is some construction paper, some scissors, something to write with, a pen, pencil, or marker, and some tape. So I already cut the paper into strips to get us started, so we don't have to do that. But if you had some full sheets of paper, you would cut them into strips. They're about 2 inches wide. And we'll each pick out a writing implement. I'm using a Sharpie marker. What are you guys using?
I'm using a black marker.
I'm using a blue one.
Very cool. So now, a chain of kindness is something kind that you've done for someone else or something kind that someone has done for you. So maybe we should all think about something kind we've done or something kind that was done for us right now.
Go.
What's yours, Briana?
I made dinner for my sister last week.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
How about you, Olivia?
I wrote a letter to one of my friends that I haven't seen in a while.
Oh, she must have been so happy to get that.
I don't think she's got it yet, but hopefully she will be when she does.
I'm writing down that I walked my neighbor's dog.
Ooh.
But
That
hey, I
must have
watched
been
my
fun.
parents' dog for them this weekend.
Oh, cool. So maybe we'll each write 3 kindness acts that we've experienced or done. So this next one I wrote says, someone held the door for me, which is an act of kindness that was done for me.
Yeah.
What did you guys write?
I wrote that my mom made me some soup over the weekend, which was really nice of her.
Oh. How about you, Briana?
My parents took me out to dinner.
So how does it make you feel when you do something kind for someone else?
I feel really good because I feel like I've made them feel good, which makes me feel good. So good all around.
Yeah, I think that's a good summary. Alright, so we each have 3 acts of kindness.
I have 4. Oops.
That's okay. The more the better. Alright, so we'll each take a piece of tape. Actually, I'll take 2. And then we're going to roll this strip of paper that you made into a circle. And we're going to use the tape to hold it shut.
Please pass me some tape.
Absolutely.
It's very kind of you.
My pleasure. So you start off with one link of your chain, all taped together.
Okay.
And then to add another piece to it, we're going to take the next strip and put it through the circle and then tape it closed. So now they're connected together.
That's great.
And the cool part about this craft is that you can make it as big as you can imagine. So you can make it big enough to go around a whole room. You can make it as a decoration in your house.
You could even add a new link every time you do something new. That's kind.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Olivia.
I wonder if people could make these together too. You know, like your whole family could have one that everybody adds to.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. And that's how you make a chain of kindness.
Here's some tape, please. Yes. Thank you.
Thanks for showing us, Kate.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oops. All right, mine is done now too.
Very cool. You guys did a good job.
Thanks.
Today we're going to be reading The Smallest Girl in the Smallest Grade, written by Justin Roberts and illustrated by Christian Robinson. Hardly anyone noticed young Sally McCabe. She was the smallest girl in the smallest grade. Sure, her name could be heard in the daily roll call, and she marched with her books down the same school hall. But hardly anyone noticed young Sally McCabe. And they certainly didn't know, or at least didn't mention, that Sally was paying super extra special attention. To the abandoned kite with the tangled string, to the 27 keys on the janitor's ring, to the leaves as they turned green to gold in the fall, to the time Tommy Torino was tripped in the hall. She watched as the wildflowers tipped towards the light and heard the howl of a hound dog late one night. She was there when the stray cats who normally fought conducted a meeting in the church parking lot. She saw Kevin McCune get pushed off a slide and the oncoming tears that he wanted to hide. And she'll never forget that parent-teacher day when Billy's much larger father suddenly dragged him away. But through all the mean words and all the cold stares, no one even noticed that Sally was there. And they certainly didn't know, or at least didn't mention, that Sally was paying super extra special attention. She'd seen how a whisper could make someone cower like a bulldozer crushing through fields of wildflowers. And it kept piling up, this discarded debris, those beautiful kites tangled in trees. So on February 3rd at 11:29, Sally stepped straight out of the lunchroom line. She said, "I'm tired of seeing this terrible stuff. Stop hurting each other. This is enough." Now a few laughed out loud or didn't care that there was some girl with her hand in the air. But then something super extra special happened that day, as Howard O. Henry suddenly set down his tray. Like waves rolling in, one after the other, first Molly rose up, then Michael's twin brother. It was Tyrone and Terrence, then Amanda and Paul, who pushed out their chairs and stretched their arms tall. From the friendly lunch lady with the dishes she carded, to that new third-grade teacher who had only recently started. Yes, everyone there, even Principal Claire, had joined little Sally with their fingers in the air. And though hound dogs were destined to howl at night, and most stray cat meetings would end up as fights, and kites would continue to get stuck in trees, they all felt for a moment like the janitor's keys, fastened together with a heavy steel ring that held all the secrets to unlock everything. As the world returned to the way that it was, Sally noticed the difference, as she usually does, when Billy paused briefly to open the door for Mrs. O'Connell and 17 more. When Molly scooched over to make some space on the coral riser for Ellen and Grace. These moments that often get taken for granted, a wildflower appearing that no one had planted. The swings soon resumed their choir rhythm and sway, and day turned to night, and night turned to day. People remembered and would often mention that Sally had been paying super extra special attention, and how the world could transform and a change could be made by the smallest girl in the smallest grade. The end.
That was an awesome story in a book. Do you guys want to talk about our favorite parts?
Yeah.
Olivia, what was your favorite part?
My favorite part was definitely when all the cats started to get along and had the meeting in the church parking lot. I thought that was really cool.
That was
really
cute.
Cool. What about you?
My favorite part was at the very end when they're all playing on the playground together and getting along.
That's really nice.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part was near the end when she held up her finger in the lunchroom and everybody else did too. It was a good moment.
Yeah.
So this is the end of the program, but we do have a couple of announcements.
So on December 9th, the Bookmobile is going to be at the tractor parade in St. Albans. We're going to be at the co-op. So if anybody wants to stop by, we're going to be doing a story time, and I think it's going to be really fun. We'd love to see you guys there. And do you guys have any other announcements?
Yeah, on December 10th, we are going to be doing Santa in the Bookmobile. So if you come for Santa in the Bookmobile, you get a free book and you get to meet Santa, which is pretty cool. So hopefully we will see you there.
You can tell him what you want for Christmas.
That's true. And other than that, we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.